G'day everyone, Raid0AU and welcome back to another episode on Transport Fever. So today we're going to be heading back into the campaign and we're going to be looking at the America Mission 2, which I believe is industrialization. So let's jump in.
The land of opportunity demonstrates your talent and steel. That's the stuff progress is forged from. Everything is possible. In Pittsburgh, the steel industry metropolis, the furnaces are running at full blast. Steel production is opening up new prospects for the construction of buildings, for the production of machines, and, last but not least, for railroads too. People are flocking to the city, and there's work here aplenty. Bright minds are working meticulously on inventions and new technologies. They've been experimenting with a new form of power called electricity for decades now, but the breakthrough now seems to be within reach. Perhaps even large machines will soon be powered by electrical forces. A new age has dawned. He who takes his chances now can expect a golden future.
Alright, so electricity, eh? Let's jump in. So I will see you guys once it loads up.
Pittsburgh, 1880, the stronghold of world steel production. The perfect time to invest in the steel and mechanical engineering industries. This will guarantee that our company always has the best iron horses in its stable. Our friend George Westinghouse, who revolutionized rail transport with the invention of the air brake, conducts his business from the town of Monroeville, where he is researching electricity. He's offering us a stake in his company in return for us helping him to get ahead of his closest competitors and achieve a breakthrough for his alternating current system.
Okay, so here we go. So we've got to help George Westinghouse try and get alternating current instead of direct current. So, alright, so what it wants us to do is it wants us to, well, let's have a look. Let's start the mission.
George Westinghouse is convinced of the superiority of alternating current and wants to produce all manner of lighting equipment and motors in his newly built factory. Only the Westinghouse plants are not very accessible. A direct railroad connection between the city and the town of Monroeville would make things considerably easier. The workers wouldn't already be tired from the walk when they turn up for their shifts at the factory.
Right, so it wants us to build a rail network from Monroeville down to Pittsburgh Central, which is important because when we have a look here, you'll see dealing with quite a large city this time. Not as big as they get, but compared to the last map, it's very large. So we need to make sure that we're connecting through to Pittsburgh Central. And we're going to want to, I think what we're going to want to do is have some bus routes going around Pittsburgh. Now they're saying that people are walking all the way down here to Monroeville. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. But, okay, so that's our thing. We've got $5 million. So, and you'll see here if we go in, the architecture of the buildings has changed and things like that. It does do that as time goes on. So we are moved on. We're at 1880 at the moment. So let's just check out what metals are on offer. So production peak, Westinghouse plant should produce at least 8 machines in a single month. Filter capacity, ensure that the train to Monroeville transports at least 70 passengers at once, so in one trip. Prevent Dr. Brown from performing his brutal practices in abnormal testing. Convince all districts of the benefits of alternating current by the year 1890, so that's 10 years away. And inundate Tesla with coal. Monroeville. What's Tesla? Well, I guess we'll worry about that later. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place down, and we've got everything paused at the moment. We want to save as much time as possible. We can build in this one, I believe. while we're still paused. Now, we want to start angling that. It's Pittsburgh Eastern, Pittsburgh Central. Do we want it right in the middle here? Probably not. Probably not. Do we want to put it in probably? Do we want to place this? Thinking we want it somewhere probably here. But then I don't know whether that's, so that's Pittsburgh Eastern. And it's actually saying in here, build one patch in Monroeville and another in Pittsburgh Central. So it actually wants it in Pittsburgh Central, which means we're going to need to have it down here somewhere. Just wondering where we can actually put it. That will connect to Pittsburgh Central. 2 buildings. So it's almost $1 million to put that in there. How are we going to work this? Where do we want to put it? Well, I'm thinking that's got to be part of Pittsburgh Central, surely. So I'm thinking it's going to have to go in here. There we go. It's in. Had to do quite a bit of digging down for that, but now, so we need to start running this. Now, not too concerned once again about the speeds. Well, we could try and get everything sitting at 120, but you know, the chances of us having a train that's going to do 120 is pretty low. We'll just run it through here in small segments just to allow it to adjust. So we'll look at our, yeah, the land's not too bad. So, alright, let's keep going. So, I mean, obviously we are going to need to do a bit of deforming, but I'm going to run this fairly close. Oh, definitely not that. 32. Whew. Now, I'd have to say this is a mission I've not done yet, so this is a sort of going on the fly here at the moment. Ooh, don't want it doing all that. Alright, now over here we probably want to put our station in before we do anything else. Probably just like, no, actually we'll keep it straight. Just because we don't know what it's going to want us to do next. So, alright, so we need to bring this around this way. Digging in a bit, isn't it? Oh, you know what? That'll do. Just dug it in a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, so we've got a train line going all the way along there. So what we then want to do is we're going to want to put in a depot. And for this, what I want to find is I want to find an area that's not too raised. Probably put it out here. Might have to get rid of a couple of those trees. You can go there. Alright, and then this track will do. Put that one in there. Alright, won't let us do that. Won't let us do that. That one joined up just there. Just like that. So we got two entrances, or two exits and entrances to it. Right. So the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need bus services. I'm going to want to put some bus stops in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put them on this one on each side of the road. That, and then we probably want it to come up here. And there. And then probably circle around here. And then maybe down here. That should cover. Should cover it okay. And then we'll put our depot in here. Alright, so that's that one set up. Let's go and set Monroeville up. And what we're going to do is we're going to have, with our bus services, we're going to have a clockwise and an anti-clockwise version of them. Let's see, you can go there. Straighten you up a little bit if I can. Update. Alright. And so bus services, we want bus stops. So we're going to want a bus stop here, I think. Because we want it to be delivering and picking up from the station. And then he can come up here. And then you can come over here. And finally, there. That'll do for Monroeville. Alright, so let's get these ones set up. So, buy some road vehicles. And we're going to want, okay, 19, 13. Let's use the stagecoaches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, let's go with 4. And this can be clockwise. So set line, new line, we want it to go from here to here to here to here. Yep, that's it. And this can be the Monroeville. Nope. Always forget to get rid of that line 1. It'd be nice if it just got rid of that when you edited. Monroeville bus service. Alright. And then we want stagecoach 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line, new line. And this time we want it to go from here to here to here to here, and then it will come back down there. And this is Monroeville bus service. Monroeville bus reverse. Right, so that sets those up. So they'll start to deliver some passengers to the station. Now we're going to come back down to Pittsburgh. To make sure we can see all the alright. Here we want to buy road vehicles again. Stagecoach 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be a new line, and we want it to go from here, 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 and here. And that is once again, forgot to delete line 1. Oops. Pittsburgh Central bus. That'll do. So they're done. And then we want to go 1, 2. No. Second thoughts, let's stagecoach 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line, new line. We want it to go from here to here to here, 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 and that's it. And this one, Pittsburgh bus reverse. Okay. All right. So that's all the buses set up. And now we need to sort out our train. So I'm going to scroll out a bit more. And there's our train depot. By the trains. So we've got 3 engines that we can choose from. This is the obviously the very early one. Then we've got the General, which is 45 kilometers an hour. Good pulling weight, good pulling power. We've got the Baldwin, class 56, which is quite a bit more expensive. Goes 60 kilometers an hour. So, and we're going to need to use these passenger cars. So this one here, top speed 80 kilometers an hour. It's very expensive though. Capacity 16. This is capacity 14. This only goes 50. So I reckon we go the General with these. That'll reduce our costs. Running cost 83. Yeah. So I reckon we go with one of those. So, now, one of those medals was to be able to transport 70 people at once. Or to try and do that. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So there's 5 carriages. It's got a, so we can transport 70 at once. And this can be the Pittsburgh, Monroeville, Monroeville. And I'll put a P there for passenger. Good. Now, set line. New line. Actually, that's not where I want to set that, but anyway, we'll do that afterwards. So I want this one to go from, where do I want it to go from? Pittsburgh to Monroeville. We'll get it to come down to Pittsburgh first. Alright, this is the Pittsburgh Monroeville line. Just leave it like that. Then that's okay. That's that tells me that's the passenger train. All right. So with all that in place, I reckon what we can do is we can now unpause it. Go check out our train coming out. comes. In general. You should be heading off to Pittsburgh. Off you go. Alright, the first part of this mission is we've got to transport 100 people, so alright, so these are all sorting themselves out, they're all lined up and they'll spread themselves out and start moving around the town. These should be doing the same down here. Here we go. Very slowly sorting themselves out. Obviously going to be losing a bit of money in these first parts. So I'll just crank up the speed a little bit. We haven't got any medals that require us to stay in the green, but it'd be nice to stay in the green. After all, the idea of these is to try and manage your finances as well as possible. So it'd be nice to see some passengers starting to show up around the place. A little bit of construction going on down here. Starting to build a new building there. Alright, so train here. Coming into Pittsburgh. No one waiting for it, so just start heading out again. Alright, I'm not seeing any passengers around the place at the moment. Oh, we got some up in Monroeville. Awesome. Right, you need to start bringing those down to the train. So we're starting to get a few passengers around. Are you heading to the train station? Looks like it. Looks like we're starting to get a few passengers coming in. Train's still a while away. But yeah, we're starting to get some good passenger icons showing up down here, so that's starting to work. We've got 8 passengers waiting at the station at the moment. Could almost start to think about adding a few more buses on here, but you know what, I'm just going to leave it for the moment. Oh, we're getting good numbers here now. 21. How are we going down in Pittsburgh? We're starting to show up down it. Yep, starting to get passengers showing up around the place. It's good. Alright, let's ride with our train in. So actually we'll use the Where are the people? Remember, we got a capacity of 70, so how many have we got?
Nothing more stands in the way of the operation of the electric factory in Monroeville. We should help George Westinghouse to get production rolling. Growth, and more growth is the motto. Only once production is running smoothly will our friend have the means to make the decisive breakthrough in his research into alternating current. And that's absolutely in our interest, as Westinghouse's profit is also our profit.
Alright, so we need to ensure the Westinghouse Machines factory starts production and brings the first machines to its consumers. So, information there. To manufacture machines, Westinghouse's factory requires steel and planks. So we need to make steel from the steelworks with coal and iron ore, and planks in the lumber mill from the logs, and then take all those to the Westinghouse factory and then deliver the goods from there to the cities. So that's our next plan of action. So there's a coal mine. Where's our coal mine? Is this Westinghouse steel mill? Westinghouse Machines factory. So this is where we need to be bringing everything. So there's the steel mill. Needs coal and iron ore. There's the iron ore. Alright. Iron ore's here. Sawmill's there. Southside Forest there, okay. Well, I think we'll be looking at that in the next episode. But let's just watch our train come in. Its first load of passengers. We're down to 1.85 million, but that's okay. Here it comes. $312k, that's not too bad. How many people to go back? 33 to go back. And then of course all these people will wander up, and I dare say we'll use the buses here. Now the other option we've got here as well is what we maybe want to do is we want to expand some of our bus services so that we can put a bus service over here which brings them over to this bus station. And we could probably do a similar one over here that brings them up into there. Alternatively, we could look at using trams. That might be an interesting idea, and another form of transport we could use. Let's just have a look at our overview. So we're starting to make a profit on the train line. Everything else is slightly in the red. Two of the bus services are slightly in the red. Actually, now only one of them. They're fluctuating around a bit. Overall, not too bad. So, alright, we got some. How many people we got waiting here? We got a lot of people waiting here. I think we could definitely put a few more. A few more carriages on. But as I said, I think we'll leave that for the next episode. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Raid 0AU, signing out.